as an ally. Why? Well, Zelensky refused to let Trump's misinformation about the war go unchecked. And that sparked Trump and J.D. Vance to out-tough guy each other.
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you, far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Now, keep in mind, Russia invaded Ukraine. This is a matter of life and death, along with the future of illegal takeovers all around the world. But perhaps the real headline here is that Vladimir Putin likely watched that spectacle from Russia with love. Alex Fleistes is at the table for this conversation. He's a former Pentagon official and a current fellow with the Atlantic Council. Essie, this seems like it is... in terms of the scenarios for Ukraine, this is the worst case scenario. This is a disaster.
It is. He'll go back to his country a hero, but Russia is very, very pleased with how today went. I immediately went to socials to check Russian social media. And Dmitry Medvedev was once president of Russia, still very chummy with Putin, said...
Yeah, we have this, we have it up, we'll put it up there.
The insolent pig, meaning Volodymyr Zelensky, finally got a proper slap down in the Oval Office. And real Donald Trump is right. The Kiev regime is gambling with World War III. So this boot-licking performance in the White House by our public servants, our top public servants, acting like they own the place. This is what it looked like to me. Two losers on bar stools acting like they own the bar, telling anyone who comes in, you got to go through us first. And you got to give me some flattery first. It was disgusting. This is not diplomacy. This isn't foreign policy. This is thuggery. And I got to tell you, our allies are scared and our enemies are laughing.
Mm-hmm. It was like maybe when you were 2 years old and you got in trouble for putting your hand in the cookie jar, you know? It's like, oh, you didn't thank your parents enough for raising you. Or, that's how I felt watching it.
It's all about kind of like, are you grateful enough? Are you saying thank you enough?
Yeah.
Do you love me enough? As opposed to it's life and death that we're talking about here.
But I felt like it was completely planned, Abby. I mean, even Trump said, this was great TV, and it's sort of like he let the cat out of the bag. Like, I think that this was staged, planned, because Trump and Vance know they're playing to the American public more than anything else. And if you go on any social media, you're seeing people say, yay, we got America back again, make America great again. And I was asking, how does this make America great again? I mean, this is different than being tough on crime or tough at the border. This is like, okay, I guess we're not going to give $350 million to Ukraine anymore. But what about U.S. security?
Okay, so answer her question. How does this make America great again, Malik?
Well, I think that it was a great press conference. I actually liked what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance did in that moment. I borrow from Lindsey Graham, who is a strong proponent of Ukraine. He's gone over to Ukraine several times. He said that he had a conversation with Zelensky this morning, and he told him, he said, security guarantees, save that conversation for later. It was Zelensky who decided to chime in on the question. I believe it was a reporter who asked it, and then it went downhill from there. Zelensky, I agree with J.D. Vance.